As long as we come on air every evening, the whole world must listen. As long as we preach this very gospel, Chukwokika Abiyama must be with us. Therefore, without any further hesitation, we must proceed to offer every prayer to Chukwu Okike Abiyama who resided in heaven. Therefore, as we always commence, not from today, but from of old, our Father who art in heaven, that your name may be hallowed by men, that we may bow at the mention of it, that we may offer every glory unto thee, that we may offer you every adoration and adulation, because there is none like thee. You fight our battles for us. Every blessed day you demonstrate through your kindness and your everlasting mercy that you are our Lord, our God, and our Creator. This evening we offer these your children unto thee. All over this very planet that you created, they are listening across the entire 24 time zones on this very planet where they inhabit. They are listening to your gospel this very evening, this gospel of redemption, a gospel of hope, a gospel of restoration, a gospel of renewal, this very gospel of freedom, this very gospel of emancipation as only you ordained, that this very gospel must be preached, that mankind may be set free from the eternal damnation of the creation of the British. My goodness me, I want to remain in the spirit, because we must worship heaven. We answer your name, O Lord of hosts. Everything about us is designed to offer glory unto thee. We have atoned for our sins last year. This very year we have not only atoned for our sins, we have spilled, we have shed blood, they have shed our blood. We have let our sacrifice be made unto thee. Even on the 30th of August, as we are being felled by the bullets of the enemy, by the workers of iniquity and of darkness, we remain very strong today to beckon upon thee, to ask you for your mercy and for your grace, to ensure that your kingdom is restored upon the face of the earth, that you can bring your healing hand to bear upon the life of those of them that you created for one singular purpose, and that purpose alone, which is to worship you in truth and in every honesty. Is there any way that we have erred? Is there any way that our ancestors may have sinned? We confess before a congregation of the whole of humanity to ask you, O Lord of hosts, to have mercy upon us. You must have mercy upon us. We have suffered enough. We have been subjugated enough. We have been tortured enough. We have been imprisoned enough. We did not do these people anything. Our only crime is to answer your name. Our only crime is to be born your children. Our only crime is to excel at everything that we place our hands into. Our only crime is to exhibit your glory and your blessing, which manifestedly is upon our lives every blessed day. That is why they want to kill us. That is why the British want to join those of them who don't know you to destroy your creation and your inheritance. You will not allow shame to befall your name. You will not allow the enemies to triumph over the lives of your children, because you created us to exist, to worship, to honor, and to praise you. That is exactly what we are going to do when this Biafra comes. It will come in truth and in every honesty, because we remain every blessed day Chukwu Abiyama Benigwe whiter than white and whiter than snow. Is there any way that we have sinned that you cannot forgive us our trespasses, to enable us to fulfill your own word which was spoken thousands of years ago, that instead of what you promised not to come to pass, that heaven and earth will cease to exist? You opened your mouth, to bless mankind to the coming of Yahweh Yeshua, who came here and said, let your kingdom come on earth as it is in heaven. those words can never be in vain, because they are anchored upon your holiness and your magnificence. That is why in the end we know that Biafra will come, that these children that we have given birth to all over the world, and their children, and their children, and their children, as long as they give birth to them and they are Biafrans, they will worship you in truth and honesty. Through this very work we are doing, mankind will come to understand you. Let your miracle be wrought in our lives. Let us witness and behold your magnificence, your holiness, your mystery, and your grace under our command. O Lord of hosts, we call upon you. We call upon you to heal. We call upon you to provide succor to those of them who are inconsolable. We ask you to come and strengthen those who are weak. We ask you to restore hope where there is hopelessness. We ask you for inclusion where there is destitution. We ask you for one brotherhood, one camaraderie, one bone, one blood, and one flesh of your children. The Efiks and the Bibios, the Izon, the Shekiri, the Isobos, and also those of them from Isoko. We are traveling all the way to the lands of Igala. We are moving on from there to Idoma, to Igede, to the territories of the Igbo land. All these places we dedicate unto thee. All these lands of yours, we ask you to cover it with your mercy. Because Biafra will come, and when it does, we will dance on the streets. I'm telling you, by the time that we are done, humanity will think that we are mad, we are drunk in your glory, and rightfully so, because your kingdom will come to rest upon this very earth. That very kingdom is the unadulterated, non-negotiable sovereignty of the Republic of Biafra, that your will may be fulfilled in our time. All this we pray, all this we ask for, in no other name apart from that name that belongs to you. My name is Namdekano.
It's Young Flight to the Peace.
The silver jacket body with Biafra gun. Umokoko, mad people everywhere. Dara. What you don't know is bigger than you. 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 Hey, he dey make me yo gaga. He dey make me yo gaga. He dey make me yo gaga. This yo G, he dey make me yo gaga. The worst thing you can do to a black man is to tell the black man the truth. Yeah. The worst thing you can do to a black man is to tell the black man the truth. Yeah. Ah, he dey make me yo gaga. Mama, he dey make me yo gaga. In this yo G, he dey make me yo gaga. Sabotu asi dey make me yo for you. Obi dati, obi dem fools everywhere. Obi dati, obi dem fools everywhere. Obi dati, obi dem fools everywhere. When we talk about our freedom, we not go the fence. When we talk about our freedom, they go the fence. When we talk about our freedom, they go the fence. Yeah, he dey pay me yo gaga. Mama, he dey pay me yo gaga. In this yo G, he dey pay me yo gaga. Sabotu asi dey pay me yo gaga. Yeah. Biafra voice 247. Love you, we love you, Roger, me blood brother man, you know. We go Chris. Chiamaka, Ogaros, Rasta man of God. Love you. Yeah. Biafra, you know. Ikuku. Bad guy, you know. Water master. Love you. I can't have a go on. I get y'all away with a minute. All them enemies of Biafra, mad people everywhere. You are living in darkness, suffering and smiling. When we talk about a freedom, now go to face. You are living in darkness, suffering and smiling. When we talk about a freedom, now go to face. Yeah, he dey pay me for you. He dey pay me gaga. Africans he dey pay me gaga. Listen G, he dey pay me gaga. He dey pay me gaga. Omo he dey pay me gaga. I don't know what's wrong with the reasoning ability of a black man. My God. So I'm on that maximum respect. He dey pay me for you. He dey pay me gaga. Africans he dey pay me gaga. Listen G, he dey pay me gaga.
Makana wapana kamado muna kujukwenanya lepa miriruwe oge si makasuna no oga think about your life before the end time sorry ndi botu inusi agwa wati mati anodi eburisi ya na treso jiri ege go makwese makano panu boko Opa tichiria, abona bosondo yango, ona yeku chikena kana. Asi mabura kuno mare, ya buru biyaru, na mogara pala namu, sorondi bozo. Opa do maketo, money is not everything. Let's fight for our freedom. For our freedom is our right. Papa mo baramsi. Na Biafra balamo, iya buna nene kambu paraya no. Makano jife wata winyaka ye, akalobe ilo leseya. Oye wife wapara nifeya, nka wapara Biafra is my land. Biafra waparamo, and we must go back to our land. And just a kwano to go to say. Ogonyega bara mufero, ifa unkemere ya foyesego. Gana chopi meyoso, ogono dira kumi kahala. Mano yesi na bugoba na hibu, wesi na choro wa Nigeria. Ya biko soro nga usala ugausa, kanyo hozoro waneba. Maka no buro lonu gausa, azegu govano isi. Loga kita kwanja usofuma.
Welcome, 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 wonderful people of Biafra, lovers of freedom all over the world. You are highly welcome to this very live presentation. This voice is reaching you all the way from the studio of Biafra Unite channel / television. We are live and direct. And I want you, if you are here, let us enjoy with this very piece of music once again before I am up also live and direct. We have come with something very, very tangible and important this very afternoon. And I am very, very certain every Biafran would want to know what is going on in our land.
Lepa miriruwe, oge si makasuna no, oga think about your life, because the end time sorry. Ndi botu inusi, agwa wati mati anodi, eburisi ya na treso, jiri ege go makwese. Makano panu boko, opa tichiria, abona bosondo yango, ona yeku chikena kana. Asi mabura kuno mare, ya buru biyaru, na mogara pala namu, sorondi bozo. Opa do maketo, Money is not everything. Let's fight for our freedom. For our freedom is right. Papa Mubarak see. Na Biafra balamo. Iyabuna nene. Kambu paraya no. Baka no jife wata winyakaye. Akalobe ilo nese. Oye wife wapara nife ya. Ika wapara Biafra is my land. Biafra, and we must go back to our land. And just the one who took us to say. Ogonyega bara mufero, ifa ukemere ya 4 years ago. Gonna chop in the Ogo Rogira Kumi Kahala. Mano yes no Bugoba Naibu. West in Ochoro Nigeria. Yabigo Solonga Usala Bugausa. Kano Wazero Waneba. Makanobu Ronu Gausa. As a good governor is. Yoga Kitapanja Usofuma.
All right. We have come back again to do the needful this very afternoon. I welcome every one of you, my wonderful people of Biafra, lovers of freedom all over the world. You all are highly welcome to this very live presentation. Of course, a lot of things are going on, both here in Biafra land and of course in the land that Chukwokika has caused forever and ever in the land of the zoo called Nigeria. So many things are going on, and in Abagaragara, those of you who are familiar with this very statement, of course, will understand what I mean. I welcome every one of you. Please, once you are here, endeavor to welcome others by doing the needful. I can see your comments and your names in the comment section. Because of time, I may not be able to mention your names one after the other, but of course, I welcome all of you collectively. Please endeavor to welcome others because we need more Biafrans to join us live and direct as we have come to do the needful this very afternoon. Today's date is, of course, 2nd of August, 2024, and the time right now is exactly 20 minutes past 2 p.m. here in the land of Chukwokika, Biama. As we have sworn never allow the enemies to take over our land, this very land of our ancestors, the land of Chukwokika, Biama, has given to our ancestors, and of course we have come to inherit it. There is nothing enemies can do because God is on our side. Without wasting any time, because I only want to stay here 1 hour 30 minutes if possible, so therefore we have to move with speed. So let me bring the first video that I want us to discuss this very afternoon to the screen while we watch together, dissect it together, and of course, send message together before moving into the next segment. And I will do everything humanly possible to make this very conversation this very evening, or should I say this very afternoon, an interactive one indeed, so that every other Biafran will be able to join us and, of course, make their own contribution. So, my people, I want every one of us to pay attention to this.
I have called for wise counsel to prevail. First, I start by thanking Almighty God and also my people.
Going by the title of this very live presentation, which I have written and said, Igbo governors claim responsibility of Biafrans not joining protests. It is no longer news that protest is raging all over the Zoological Republic of Animal Kingdom, Nigeria, as it stands now. But guess what? in the land of Biafra, where they are deceiving themselves, calling Southeast. In the land of Biafra, as I'm talking to you today, everywhere is under lockdown. I'm going to show you all the videos and the evidences of what I'm talking about. Everything that I'm saying here will be shown to you on the screen. So, it is in the open that the zoo is in shambles as it stands today for the protests raging all over, or should I say across the Zoological Republic, which they tag End Bad Governance Nationwide Protest. I want you to underline that word, nationwide protest. Nationwide protest. And suddenly, a part of the so-called nationwide or national, geography or whatever they call it, is sitting at home. There is nothing like street protest. So it has now exposed the Zoological Republic to the entire world. People are beginning to ask questions. Does it mean that this part is not more, is not among the so-called nationwide or national, geography or whatever they may call it? So it has raised eyebrows. What is going on here? Why is this place not joining the protest? Why is this place under lockdown? Now, these are the questions that people are asking as it stands today. And we all know that the Biafra Republic Government in Exile, BLGIE, through the office of the Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa, has ordered 4 days sit at home, or should I say 4-day lockdown, which 3 out of the 4 days were targeted at every institution, owned or run or representing the Zoological Republic of Animal Kingdom, Nigeria, in our land. And of course, you don't need to be told what was the case, as we all saw the videos all across, the social media platforms. Now, today being the end of the 4-day lockdown, which today is total lockdown, total shutdown of the entire Biafra territory, we have a video to show you of what is going on in our land. And the idiotic governors and politicians have come to claim responsibility of making the Biafra people not to join the protest, while from the onset, we have been saying that we are not involved. Biafra people cannot join the protest. We are not protesting because we are not Nigerians. And the Prime Minister of the BLGIE, His Excellency Simon Ekpa Njoko, made it open, announced it, ordered it, make it categorically clear, told the Biafran people that we cannot join the protest of the zoo in any way. And I'm going to explain, because I've had one idiot saying, why is Simon Ekpa saying the same thing with the same thing that the politicians are saying? I will analyze that. I'm going to explain something to you. But first of all, let us listen to this very murderer on the screen.
Particularly, not only Imo State, from the whole southeastern region, for agreeing and resolving not to participate in this protest. Because you can see, experience has shown that over the years, each time there is any violent protest, Igbos pay dearly for it. The shops being looted in Kano belongs majorly to Igbo people. The one in Lagos, the one in Borno State, the one in Yobe State. So for anybody to support the disability of our businesses, to say the least, is not acceptable to an average Igbo man. So I think also from us, but with what we have seen, that the current agitation, which is contrived by aggrieved politicians, is not necessary, because the reason for the hunger and hardship of today, which we all acknowledge, is not of any activity of the current president, which is just barely 1 year old. Those behind this current protest, some of them have been 2-time speakers of the Houses of Assemblies. Some have been ministers for 80 years or more. Some have been governors for 80 years and below. So one time or the other, they have been in government. So their failure.
Now, according to what Hope Uzodinma is saying here, hopeless Uzodinjo, first of all, I want you to take a look at his cap. I want you to, when we watch videos, we don't just watch and listen to their grammar. We watch, we listen, we analyze. I got full potassium, some many things they involved in whatever they say. First of all, I want you to look at the face cap of Hopeless Uzodinjo of Imo State. If you look, what can you see? Can you tell me what you see? I don't want to say with my mouth. Can you tell me in the comment section what you can see on the cap of Hope Uzodinjo of Imo State, of the old Imo State, the illegitimate governor of the old Imo State? Can you tell me what you can see? I want you to tell me in the comment section. What can you see? I don't know if any of you can see what I'm seeing. What can you see on the cap of Hope Uzodinma? What can you see? Tell me in the comment section. So when he tells you that, look, Ndi Igbo did this when they destroy Igbo property, this and that, blah blah blah. That is where they want to base. That is the foundation of their argument. I want you to listen. I know these people very well. They cannot come and tell you. You see how he digressed. Did you see how he digressed? He came from how the Igbos have been, at the receiving end of every protest in the zoo, and now he came down. He digressed that how Igbos, how people who are financing and engineering this protest are the the people who have led the country for the past 8 to 16 years. So he is now referring the protest that the Nigerian youths are carrying out at this point in time to have been convened by the PDP politicians. These protests that the Nigerian youths are currently, carrying out in the zoo, Igbo politicians are now telling you, especially those in the APC, are now telling you that it is the members of the PDP and other political parties, the ones, organizing this protest that the youths of the zoo are carrying out today. Are you paying attention? So that is their main argument. And now, seconding that their main argument, they don't want anything to disturb their, criminal administrations. They are looting, let me think of the word. I want to use a strong word, to elaborate. I want to use a stronger terms. How do I put it? They are defending, these criminals in the government today are defending, or they are fighting against anybody disturbing their government, which has been infested like fly, like I don't know, like what, which has been infested with all these parasites that you see today, like people like Hope Uzodinma, people like Tinubu, people like Dev Omahi, people like what's the name? Nyesom Wike, people like what's the name? Okpabio. Is it Okpabio or Okpabio? I usually forget that man's real name because that Asiko Okpabio always confuse me. That Senate president, the weakest politician in the world, the most weak, the most idiotic politician and weakest, not wicked though, weakest. He is so weak. That man is just there. Tinubu just put him there as a puppet. The weakest politician in the world, that is Akpabio. Is it Akpabio or Akpabio? Can somebody remind me his full name, please? That man, his name usually skip my mind. So people like these parasites that has infested the governance or the government of the zoo are now fighting against anybody disturbing their, their regime, their criminal, I don't know. I'm trying to use a more higher, God in heaven, help me, please. I'm looking for a word. So that is their problem. Their interest is being threatened by the youth, by the protests, which they don't want, because if everywhere is calm, they will continue to loot, they will continue to burn, they will continue to carry out their criminal activities in the guise of government or governance. But when there's a problem, they cannot be able to loot or to continue with what they are doing, and they are also afraid, should this thing continues, it might lead into what is called, what is called a revolution. And when it enters revolution, they themselves are not safe. Another problem there is that there is a possibility of military takeover. There is 100, not 90, I'm not saying 99.999. There is 100% possibility of military takeover, which Tinubu is aware. They are all aware. And you know what? Let me tell you this thing today. I've never said it before. There is a military plan takeover, military coup in Nigeria as it stands today. I'm telling you now, not a prophecy. I am not prophesying. Anything I tell you is based on information. I am not prophesying. Let me say it. I have never prophesied before. Everything I tell you is either based on information that I have or what the Spirit of God tells me. I work in two ways. Either information, and it has to be authentic, or what the Spirit of God puts in my mouth. Once I say it, watch it. If it doesn't happen today, it happens tomorrow. That is pure. Because Chukwu Okike Abiama knows how clean my heart is. Now, there is a planned military takeover in the Zoological Republic. What I'm telling you now, and you know what? Let me now shock you. Let me shock you. I will shock you now to the bone marrow. This military takeover of the Zoological Republic of Animal Kingdom, Nigeria, is not being planned by, what's the name of that military head chief of army? What's the name of that idiotic Yoruba man? What's the name? Can somebody help me with that useless man's name in the comment section? The chief of army staff, Labanja. This very Deka is now sounding like a voice from the wilderness. There is a planned military takeover of the Zoological Republic of Animal Kingdom, and this plan is not being carried out or planned by Labaja, who happens to be the chief of army staff of the Zoological Republic. Mark it somewhere. I want you to mark it somewhere. Mazinam de Kano Sino na Beli Ndo. Labanja is not the one planning the military takeover. So this thing is happening and they are hearing the rumor, but they do not know who is behind this plan. Somebody say Christopher Musa. Christopher Musa is not the chief of army staff of the zoo. Now, Labaja himself, Tinubu himself, are not aware. These two people are not aware, including Egbetoku, who happens to be the police inspector general. They are not aware of who is behind this plan, but they are aware of the plan. They know fully well, full time about the plan, but they don't know who is behind it. And let me shock you again. Let me shock you. Musa himself, Musa himself, listen, even Nagwagi today, 2nd of August, 2024. Oh yeah, Moberoge. If it doesn't happen today, it will happen tomorrow, unless something changes, which I doubt. I seriously doubt. Now, Musa himself, Christopher Musa, is fully aware. Listen and listen very good. Musa is aware of this plan, and Musa knows the people planning it. Musa is fully 100% aware of this plan, and he knows people who are planning it. Guess what? Musa is not involved in the plan. But you know what? They will install Musa after they succeeded with the coup. They are going to install Musa as the military head of state. I don't know if anybody is listening to me. Even Nagwagi now, pay attention to it. So Musa is 100% aware of the plan and of the people who are planning it, but he is playing a game, claiming not to know anything about the coup. And the plan was the Fulani soldiers, the northern soldiers, not only the Fulani, the northern soldiers will carry out the coup. And once they succeed, they will install Musa as the military head of state, as the one of the military chiefs. They will install Musa. Musa is actually preparing to rule Nigeria. In case you don't know, let me tell you now. Musa is preparing, not planning. The plan is already down. Musa is preparing to rule the zoo. And Tinubu with Labanja will all thrown into the prison. Let me say it again. This is not a prophecy. This has absolutely nothing to do with prophecy, because I'm not a prophet. Whatever I tell you, I work in two different ways. Mostly, number one, I work with information. I work with information, and it has to be authentic. Then the second one is what the Spirit of God asks me to say. I say it. So, Musa, as he stands now, preparing to rule the zoo. I'm saying this for the first time, but just give it a time. It's going to happen unless something changes, which I doubt if anything is going to change. Now, these people, the politicians, the likes of Hope Uzodinma, somebody's asking me, Biafra Unite, please, what is going to be the fate of Biafrans? The fate of Biafrans is that we are living. Listen, the fight we are fighting right now is not against Tinubu. Let me also make that clear, because maybe people are shaking, just like the question, Rosalind O. The fight we are fighting right now is not the fight against Tinubu. Tinubu is not holding Biafrans. No way. The fight we are fighting now is against the Zoo Janjaweed. The military is against the Zoo Janjaweed. So if the same Janjaweed takes over the power, Do not expect anything different. It is the same thing. I don't know if anybody is paying attention. The fight, as we are fighting now under the civilian rule, we are not fighting Tinubu. Not even these hopes or them, this idiot on the screen. We are not fighting them because these people cannot carry AK-47. They can't. They can't. And when you see them bringing armor tanks and fighter jets to our land, bombarding our land, they are doing that as the Nigerian military. They are not doing it as Tinubu regime. It's happening under Tinubu's regime, but it's not happening as Tinubu. They are not bringing this equipment to our land as Tinubu regime. No, they are bringing it as Nigeria military. Because the same thing happened under Buhari. It's happening under Tinubu. So they are not bringing this equipment as Tinubu regime. They are bringing it as Nigerian army. Are you getting me? So if Tinubu is not there, the same thing will happen. Whether Tinubu is there or not there, even PDP is there, the same thing will happen. If Peter Obi was there, the same thing will happen because the Fulani will not listen to him. Are you paying attention? Unless you have what is called democracy, true democracy. When you have true democracy in any part of Africa, that is the only time a people will say, I want to be free. I don't want to do it again. I don't want to do it again. Then you will not see any military intervention. That is when we now have what is called democracy, not the one you have, not the shambolic democracy you have in Africa today. Until we have that democracy, one nation, maybe Biafra, one nation that will finally, at last, bring a true democracy in Africa will only stand in a particular people or a group of people who say, I don't want to do it again without military intervention. But for now, no country in Africa will break away from their mother nation without military intervention because of what? We are not operating democracy in Africa at the moment. So, these people you see on the screen, I just digress a little bit in order to expatiate, in order to elaborate, in order to let you understand what they are fighting for and fighting against at the same time. So they are afraid of military takeover. They don't want anybody to disturb their loot. And of course, they are using the opposition as scapegoats. So whenever they tell you Ndibo, when they want to begin, they will begin with Ndibo have investment everywhere in Nigeria, so we can't afford to lose our businesses. That is the foundation they are building, but because that is not where their target. Their target is what I have already outlined, what I have already told you. That is their target. Now, let's listen to the idiot.
The result of their failure, what they were not able to do, for lack of courage or selfish interest, is what put us to the current hardship we are suffering. And now this is the only time we have seen courage to dismantle the cabal in the oil and gas sector, that to the extent that now crude oil is being sold in local currency. Dismantle the cabal in the power sector that are busy increasing.
Let me even, though I did not come here for exposition, if I had come here for exposition, I will be exposing him one after one by one. Everything he said will be analyzed. So I've come here for a specific thing, but he said that they have dismantled the cabals in the crude oil sector. Did you destroy the cabals in the crude oil sector to build a new cabal under Tinubu? Because these are two different things. There's a different thing when you destroy a cabal, sucking the oil which they call the what do they call it? Subsidy. Sharing the subsidy money, you remove them and you say no more subsidy. So who did you replace them with? Because as far as I'm concerned, people are still eating the money for subsidy. Did you? Because immediately you remove the old cabal without replacing them. Today, oil, fuel, ordinary fuel, PMS, should have been sold at 50 naira per liter. Within the zoo, 1 liter of PMS should have been sold for 50 naira. But guess what? It is now being sold. Some part of the zoo is selling at 1,000 naira, some parts 950 naira. So when you remove the cabals and replace them with your own cabals, ọnọdụ ka ndị Igbo tụrụ inu si nnụnụ bepụ n'osisi bere na mkpọrọkwu na ọ ka nọkwa ebe ọ nọ. Ọ ka nọ ebe ọ nọ. O nwere any change? There's no change. As you remove the cab, even it's now worse, because when those cabals were there, at least petrol were sold at around 150 naira. After the removal of the old cabals and placed with these terrible cabals, now go and check. The reverse has become the case. So I'm not here to expose anything or to critically analyze the nonsense the idiot is saying. But there is something I want us to pick, which goes with the title of this very live broadcast this very afternoon, which he said that Ndị Igbo adhere to their call. Remember the title. The title said, Igbo governors claim responsibility of Biafrans not joining protest. That is the title. Now, which also ends with, a sit at home ends today with 100% compliance. Now, when this idiot is saying like this, he is now claiming responsibility of Ndị Igbo or Biafrans adhering to their call of not joining protests. I have told you the reason why they were calling for not joining the protest. And some people were saying, some Ndi Oswimi, why is Simon Ekpa banning protests in Igbo in Southeast? And the governors are also banning protests in the South. No. The reason for the governors and other politicians to ask Ndị Igbo not to join protests is in the public, which I have already analyzed. I've explained it, but we are not saying the same thing with the governors. The reason why we don't want to join the zoo protest is simple, because we are no longer Nigerians. Not because of Igbo properties or businesses in Lagos and Abuja. No. No. The first reason is because we are no longer Nigerians. We are not Nigerians, and we cannot join Nigerians to fight for their country. Is it not clear? Now, according to what the Prime Minister said yesterday during his X space, listen, they are protesting against economy. They are protesting against. These are now factors. These are reasons, because there are many reasons that made us say we are not joining their protest. But the first reason, which everybody must know, is that we are not Nigerians, and we cannot join Nigerians to fight for their country until we are fully free. Then we can now say, look into other, artificial countries you have in Africa and say, what is going on there? Let's help them. Yes, we are going to help them. We will help Nigerians. We will help other countries. We will help Ghanaians. We will help other countries in Africa. We are going to help them in the right way, because we cannot be free in Africa and we are looking at other artificial borders, murdering their own citizens. We can't allow that. But for now, that is not our priority. Our priority at this moment is to be free, 100% free from the zoo. So we can't help the zoo animals to fight for their country when we are still fighting for our own. So there's difference there. Now, another thing, based on what the Prime Minister said, answered one person yesterday. The zoo youths are protesting against bad economy. And we, the Biafran people, the economy is being derived from Biafra land. It's being taken, it's being striving, the economy is striving through the resources being taken out of Biafra land. And we, the Biafran people, have said, we don't want you to take it again. We are stopping them. We are making sure that the pipe they are using to suck us dry is being cut off. And the Nigerian youths are crying against the bad economy. So the Prime Minister said, we cannot help them to fix what we are the people that destroyed. Which, if you listen to that very answer, it makes 1,000,000% sense. In fact, I'll make it the sense you wrote to the extreme. They are protesting against bad economy, which led to bad governance, and we are among the reasons of that bad economy. Only the sit at home for the past 3 years. No country will survive such such civil disobedience. No country, even America, cannot survive such, civil disobedience. No country. When one large part, one very full large part, like Biafra land, is locking down the entire region every single Monday and every other day that they decide to, just as we are witnessing today. And they have done it for 3 years, not 3 months, 3 years. You think you can survive it? No nation, no national economy can survive it in the world, not even America. So Mazi Simon Ekpa said, we cannot help them to fix something that we spoiled, which is one of the factors of we not joining, not just one of the factors, one of the main factors that we are not joining the protest. Again, it is also political. When we join the protest, it is a chance. The zoo government has a better chance to present to the world that, look, you people are trying to intervene in this matter, but these are our people. We are all together. Well, forget what they are doing is just political. They just want to draw the attention of the government, which are going to solve. We are going to answer them. We are going to give them what they want, and everything will come. Everywhere will be calm. Don't worry. We are following it gradually. Don't bother yourself. We don't have to intervene. It is political. It is political. You understand? There is another political tone and another political, aspect of what is going on. You people don't know. If we ever join that protest, which is end bad governance in Nigeria, it is like us joining. There's the other thing they did sometime in the past. What did they do sometime in the past that we say we cannot? We are not involved. What is that thing? Is it vote? Either vote or something. There's what they did recently, not quite long, and we said we are not part of it. I forgot. What is that? Is it vote or what? Can somebody help me, please? There's something the zoo did some months ago or years, which we say we cannot join them. So now, which they would have used the opportunity to show the whole world that we are all one people. No, we are not. We are not. Now let's finish this. After finishing this, I will play you another video and then we'll continue from there.
In the price of power without supplying power to Nigerians. And virtually all the sectors of the economy. So my advice now is that it is time to tell ourselves the home truth. We must encourage dialogue and then reduce attention and energy on blame. Be proactive and develop our country for a better prosperity.
Let me remind you.
I have called for wise counsel to prevail. First, I start by thanking Almighty God and also my people, particularly not only Imo State, from the whole southeastern region, for agreeing and resolving not to participate in this protest.
Did you hear that? The criminal is thanking God and, of course, the southeastern people, as he mentioned, for not agreeing and participating in the protest. I want to bring another video. So now, he is not telling you that as it stands today, Friday, 2nd of August, 2024, that place in Owerri, even though he is not in Owerri at the moment, that in Owerri, people are sitting at home. And it was ordered by the Prime Minister of the Biafra Republic government in exile, His Excellency Ekpa Simon Njoku. He is not telling you that the government offices have not been operational for the past 4 days. He's not telling you. He is not telling you. And he can't tell you that. Because of what? Shame. Shame, they buy them. Shame is buying all of them. Shame is buying them, one after the other. And there's something, the Prime Minister said something to him. Let me first of all show you the response, of course, from the Prime Minister to this very criminal. He said, you remain a wanted war criminal by the Biafra government. You will surely pay for buying Biafrans. Who are you addressing? Onyeka Onagwa. I challenge you to come to Imo State, where you claim to be governor, and spend 1 month. It is impossible. He can never do that. Just know that it will not be long. Biafra forces will get you. Hope Uzodinma must understand that it is not going to be long before Aka Biafra Liberation Army akpalia. Hope Uzodinma aka ya akpali gị. Aka ya akpali gị obere oge. Aka ya akpali gị nwa obere oge. You must understand that. Because a man na-egbu ụmụ Biafra, he may expect na ya no. You might be hiding somewhere in Abuja and you think you are free over there. But I want to tell you categorically, na aka ya akpali gị nwa obere oge. Aka ya akpali gị obere oge. Now, let me bring another video here so that we can now dissect it, analyze it properly, and of course, okay, here we are. Today, Friday, 2nd of August, 2024. Watch.
When I fear, a mass in all day, man, any na, neck you don't need it. When I fear, neck you don't need it. When I fear, hey, when I fear.
Who said man no day?
Well, what happened? So, carrying you know. Sit at home. I want to have if sit at home. When I fear. Sit at home, must go outside. I na fear.
Who said man no day?
You know about dry. What that? All the road block. Pay for it. And I water.
Who said man no day?
And I water.
Who talk am? Onye kuliya who talk am? We want to know who talk am. Who say man no day? This is an order given all the way from Finland. Or if another abafa on abafa banje. They know and they don't understand how it's happening. You know, when they kidnapped Mazinam Dekano, they were rejoicing, gallivanting, they were jubilating. Everywhere was bubbling by the politicians. They were dancing. We saw Nyeso Hamwike, we saw Okezienwe Pazo, we saw them. And the Kwikwi Obiano, they were jubilating everywhere. Who told them? Who told your Okokos? Who told the criminals that today will be the day of their cries? Who told them that time that they will be crying today? Who told them that what they have done is actually another way of Imandi Bosina or Babalunwa Bozi Kedunyele ya? Obuni Boni Igbo, you will understand what I mean. Or Babalunwa Bozi Kedunyele ya, and Mazinam Dekano told them on time. Nobuni Ifeme ya, Ibugodia today, you will be helping Biafra to come quick. But they didn't hear that. They didn't understand that. They didn't even pay attention to that. But today, it's happening. They forgot no Babalunwa wobu if Agwaliabu Gawose so. Oburo no zike dunyele Gawose so. Ebangwa woku isigoya go fast. It is happening today. Biafra land is under lock and key. Everybody is sitting at home. Nobody is missing word. Nobody is missing word at all, at all. We are not. In fact, if I na-ekwu ya now, bụ nwere onwe, me chọrọ, whether you like it or not, we will like it for you. As long as Biafra land is concerned, we must be free by fire, by force, and the zoo must leave our land. Every representatives, everything that represents the zoo in Biafra territory must vacate with immediate effect. Must is a must. Capital M-U-S-T, must vacate immediately, whether they like it or not. We are not begging anybody. We are not begging them to release Mazinam Dekano. We are not begging them to free us, because we have understood that you can never beg your way out of slavery. You can never beg your way out of captivity. You can never beg your way out of bondage. You fight and fight and fight for it. That is how it is. Anybody telling you otherwise is lying to you. That person doesn't love you. That person doesn't want you. That person doesn't want you to be free. Now, I have something else I want to show you. And I want every one of you to pay very, very good attention, because we are going home. First of all, before bringing this to the screen, before showing you this, let me first of all show you something else. Please pay very good attention to this. If you haven't done the needful, kindly do the needful. I want you to keep welcoming others, because if I remember today, Balo Eziboturu. I want to bring something else to the screen. Kindly pay attention to that. All right. They are crying everywhere. They are lamenting. They don't know what is going on. When we told them that we are not protesting, we are not among the zoo who are protesting, they thought it was a joke. I want to bring another video, but before that video, let us see this one first. This is their own report from their own so-called, platform. Their own report. They said, sorry, just a moment. Look at it. From Vanguard News, they said, nationwide protest. Ndị Igbo shuns protest. Opens market, demands unconditional release of Kanu. Are you paying attention? There is a reason why I showed you this, because I'm going to play a video for you now. There's a certain reason why I'm showing you this. Nationwide protest. Ndị Igbo shuns protest. Opens markets, demands unconditional release of Kanu. And remember that this very article was made yesterday. Yesterday in our land, everywhere was, people were going about their businesses, because yesterday was not sit at home. Yesterday was a rest for the 3 days lockdown we have had already, while we resume today, and it's also ending today. And remember, if you are following, I also asked the Prime Minister yesterday if the zoo failed to, allow Mazi Nnamdi Kanu be taken to hospital for proper treatment, is there any other thing we are going to do? He said yes. He said yes, emphatically. Without missing word, he said yes. And of course, moving forward, you will be seeing other things we will be doing, in respect to this. According to them, they said, nationwide protest, Ndị Igbo shuns protest, opens markets, demands unconditional release of Kanu. Of course, I don't have to go to the comments of the Prime Minister yesterday, where he said we have spoken in one voice, because I had already done a pre-recorded broadcast, concerning that very development yesterday night. So let me now bring a video that I want us to talk about this very afternoon. Remember this very word, nationwide protest, Ndị Igbo shuns protest. How can you call it nationwide protest when Ndị Igbo? Do you know the people called Ndị Igbo? The most populous tribe, the most populous, not in Nigeria, the most populous tribe in Africa. The highest in number, if you like, count for me. And that was a na Ndị Yoruba na Yorubas are in Southwest, Yorubas are in what do you call Benin Republic, Yorubas are in Togo. My friend, Igbos are the most populous tribe in Africa, whether you like it or not. First of all, those places you say Yorubas are located in Benin Republic and Togo, Ghana, Burkina Faso, and all of them. They are not 1/4 of the numbers of the Igbos who live in abroad worldwide. Even here in Africa, only those who live in other parts of Africa have already outnumbered any place that Yorubas are located, both in the Benin Republic, in Togo, Congo, Burkina Faso, Mauritius. Claim you are everywhere, no problem. But those who are residing, those Igbos residing in other parts of Africa, have already outnumbered those Yorubas located indigenously in some of these countries, like Benin Republic. That's all. If you like, you can argue it, you take it to your church, take it to Father, argue it to the eternity. That is the reality. Igbos remain the most populous tribe in entire Africa. They say anywhere you go, you don't see Nigerians. They are not Nigerians. They are Igbo people. They are Biafrans. Whenever they tell you anywhere you go, you don't see Nigerians, that means, that place, nothing is happening. They are not Nigerians. They are Biafrans. They are Igbo people. That is the truth. Forget about their census. So when a people like Ndị Igbo, I don't want to be calling Ndị Igbo alone. When a people like Biafrans shun protest. That means there is no protest. Even if you watch today's videos, I don't want to be bringing the protest videos because I am not concerned about the protest. I'm only waiting for the outcome of the protest. I'm not concerned about the protest because the outcome of the protest is going to be the military takeover, which I've talked already from beginning. Yes. So I'm only waiting for the outcome of the protest. I'm not concerned about the protest. So just watch. If you go and look at today's videos of the protest, you see that there is no seriousness. There is absolutely no seriousness in the protest to compare with yesterday. They just shot them yesterday. They piled over 11 youths yesterday all across the zoo. And then today, everybody's in their in their mother's kitchen. Some of them who are married are hiding under their wife's pot of soup. That is what you get. That's why these are the reasons we are not involved. We are not involved. Everything we do, we like to do something that is tangible. We like to do something that is very, very tangible, reasonable, and something that is loud. We like to do loud things that are loud. Yes. We don't do all those makeshift nonsense. We don't do those things. We do things that are tangible, reasonable, and loud. If you are not serious, don't come to us. When you are not serious, forget about us. As far as the zoo is concerned, the youths are not serious. The youths are not serious. Prove me wrong. I want the youths of the zoo to prove me wrong. You people are not serious. I challenge you to prove me wrong. I challenge you never to stop this protest. I challenge you never to stop the protest. I challenge every one of you to troop out the street. Go and take over the streets of the zoo. Prove me wrong that you are serious. As far as I know, the youths of the zoo, you all are cowards. You are not serious. If you think that I'm foolish, prove me wrong. Just let me know that I am foolish. I want to be the foolish person. By you proving me wrong that you are serious, you can take over the streets of the zoo, go to Asorok, march to National Assembly, do something to prove me wrong. Then I will come here and hail you. I will not join you. Don't forget about me joining you. Forget about Biafrans joining you. That one, it can never happen. But I am waiting for the outcome of the protest. Because that is where Biafrans will clap for you. That is where we will see the reason to praise you, because then we are going to benefit from it. Yes. So my people, remember, nationwide protest, Igbo Shun's protest. Now let me show you a video. And I'm very, very certain that you would like to see it. This is where we will start the analysis. Now we are going to start the analysis because there is something that happened here. And a carnally minded individual, a carnally minded person, will not understand the propaganda. A carnally minded individual will not understand the propaganda behind the video that I'm about to play right now. I want you to pay very, very good attention because we're going to dissect them. Oh, say it to go. Oh, say it to go. Oh, say it to go. Oh, say it to go, Munnem. Now, let us watch this. I want you to pay very good attention. In fact, watch with keen interest. Watch with keen interest, because if you mistake any place, you will not understand. You misjudge the propaganda. You will fail to understand the propaganda. So please pay very good attention. Let's move.
Sides to this protest that you might find cheery. So our correspondent caught up with a man yesterday who was on a bicycle, and he essentially ventilated his frustration about his son. We'd like you to take a listen to what this man said, and then we'll bring you the cheery news that came out of this frustration, just to show you that there is a lot of good in Nigerians, both on and off social media. So take a listen to this man. I'll tell you what played out afterwards.
Did you see the praise, the praises? Did you see the praises? Did you pay attention to the analysis before the so-called video that they want to play? Did you watch the analysis, the praises, the way they elogize this young man? Let me continue with the video. I want, like as I said, please pay very good attention. They have come with their propaganda, and we are here to thwart their evil move. Pay attention, my people.
I'm coming from first start. My son at 13 is the program. I can't even buy data for him to learn more. I can't even pay for the tuition fee. Millions of naira. At 13, he can program them. Good luck, Benjamin is his name. My name is Dr. Benjamin Chidoke. So I'd rather die on the street than die at home. I can't sit down and watch the future of my son go to waste. I know I may not have city again in Nigeria, but my son future will not wait.
What was the question, Oga? Why are you running to speed? Why is there about speed? What was the question? What was the question? The question was, are you coming out for protest? It's a simple question. Are you coming out for protest? Are you joining the protest? Why are you now running your mouth like what was the question? A simple question. Are you joining the protest? Simple. And this thing happened yesterday. Pay attention, my people. We will analyze it properly. Propaganda. We can't allow this type of propaganda to slide. We can't allow it to be swept under the carpet. Never. Not when people like us are here.
This frustration, just to show you that there is a lot of good in Nigerians, both on and off social media. So take a listen to this man. I'll tell you what played out afterwards.
I'm coming from first start. My son at 13 is the program. I can't even buy data for him to learn more. I can't even pay for the tuition fee. Millions of naira. At 13, he can program them. Good luck, Benjamin is his name.
Look at this idiot claiming to have a son of 13 years. First of all, let me try and see if I can up the quality of this very video, if it's possible. It's right now on automatic. This is the highest I can see here.
My name is Dr. Benjamin Chidoke. So I'd rather die on the street than die at home. I can't sit down and watch the future of my son go to waste. I know I may not have city again in Nigeria, but my son future will not wait.
This idiot shouldn't be more than 28 years. It's quite unfortunate that the picture is not that clear. But I can easily and authoritatively assure you, let me even see if I can get the direct video from channels platform. Yes. Yes. Okay. This is very, very fantastic. Very, very absolutely fantastic. Now, everybody, please pay attention. Please. I'm going to play the video directly from from channels platform, because it's clearer here. This one that I'm playing has been downloaded. So when you download video, sometimes the quality reduces. So let me play it directly from channels television platform so that we can get the real quality, so that I want you to see the face of this idiot claiming to have a son of 13 years, even though he gave birth at age of 18. Even though he impregnated a woman at age of 18, he must not have a son of 13 years because as this idiot looks, he is not more than 28 years. That one I can assure you. Let us watch together.
All through yesterday from Lekki to the Ojota area of Lagos State. Now, while there's a lot of agitation ongoing, there are also some other sides to this protest that you might find cheery. So our correspondent caught up with a man yesterday who was on a bicycle, and he essentially ventilated his frustration about his son. We'd like you to take a listen to what this man said, and then we'll bring you the cheery news that came out of this frustration, just to show you that there is a lot of good in Nigerians, both on and off social media.
Propaganda. I will also show you from the cut of these very channels TV, hundreds of people have been interviewed. Why is the propaganda about this young man? Let's continue.
So take a listen to this man. I'll tell you what played out afterwards.
I'm coming for first tag. My son at 13 is the program. I can't even buy data for him to learn more. I can't even pay for the tuition fee. Millions of naira. At 13, he can program game. Good luck Benjamin is his name. My name is Dr. Benjamin Chidoke.
Who asked you? Who can somebody help me ask this idiot in the comment section, please? Because definitely one of them might be watching. At this point in time, we have about 610 people watching live, and we are broadcasting on one platform, only one platform, our new YouTube channel. So out of these 610 people watching live and direct, probably this boy might be watching because any place your name is mentioned, you must be there. You must know. So is either this idiot is watching or somebody might have drawn his attention to this broadcast. So who asked you your name? Very, very important. I want people to write it in the comment section. My guy, who asked you your name? Only one question. Are you coming out to join the protest? That was the question. He said he has a son of 13 years. How can a young man like this, who is not more than 28 years, have a son of 13 years? Let's watch.
I can't even pay for the tuition fee. Millions of naira. At 13, he can program game. Good luck Benjamin is his name. My name is Dr. Benjamin Chidoke.
Who asked you your name? Oh my goodness me. Let me even try and see if I can up the quality, the picture quality to maybe 180 HD. 180 HD. I hope it plays well because the image is now the image is now on a high what do you call it, definition or what? So who asked? I want us to see the face of this young man properly. Who asked you your name? My son, let me play it.
For him to learn more. I can't even pay for the tuition fee. Millions of naira. At 13, he can program game. Good luck Benjamin is his name. My name is Dr. Benjamin Chidoke.
How can you in a protest, in a protest, live and direct in Lagos State, announcing your name? Who asked you? Nobody asked you. The only question he was asked is, are you joining the protest? Because he came with a bicycle. Let me see if I can remove the title so you can see the bicycle properly. He came with a bicycle. And he was asked, are you joining the protest? ọgọwaziere anyị otu nwa ya nwoke ji wee bụrụ 13 years, otu nwa ya nwoke ji wee bụrụ computer programmer at 13 years. He cannot pay for his child tuition fee, and his name is somebody Chijoke. Who asked you, Oga? Nobody asked him. That's why it is programmed, politically motivated. Now let's continue.
So I'd rather die on the street than die at home. I can't sit down and watch the future of my son go to waste. I know I may not have safety again in Nigeria, but my son's future will not wait. I'd rather die on the street than stay at home.
This boy is not more than 28 years. I can hit my chest and tell you that authoritatively. Somebody said maybe he married early. He married early. Do you know a young man like this married early? He can't marry as early as that. Listen, no way. There is no how a young man like this have a child of 13 years, even if he impregnate that woman at age of 18. It cannot be 13 years. Look at the young man. You look at the young man. I want you to take a look. That's why I'm trying to, to up the quality, the picture quality of the video, so that you can see him properly. Did he give birth when he was in the mother's womb? Did this boy give birth when he was in his mother's womb? Then he now has a child of 13 years, a son of 13 years, a small boy like this. Who asked him? Who asked him? I hope my voice is coming out clear. Please let me know. I strongly believe that my voice is coming out clear. Let me know, because we have tried to, work on our system and try to change, a network. So please let me know if my voice is coming out clear. Please let me know. Very, very important. Now,
and die. How do you think all of this should happen, and how do you think government should actually toe on the path of listening and understanding what exactly and how to react to the kind of demands you're making here on the street?
Yes, what we are doing here is to the favor of the government. If they are listening government, if they have conscience, what we are doing is best thing that citizens can do for their government, just to air their views, so that you now know where you are working on. We are not against the government. We are trying to what? Give them the leeway to show them what we need. Not
you see?
Not what they think we need. No.
You see? Let me play it.
I try to what?
Can you see his face? I don't know if anybody is listening to me. Can you see his face? He said he has a son of 13 years. Remember, nobody asked him about it. Nobody asked him about it. And this young boy, who is not even, I'm just giving him 28 years. This boy cannot be more than 25 years. This boy is not up to 25. And he said he has, look at the way they shoot themselves in the foot, always. Now, it did not end there. I have more to say about it. Let's continue.
Give them the leeway to show them what we need, not what they think we need. No.
What exactly do you want?
We want good governance.
What do you mean by good governance?
Enable environment. Enable education-wise. At least the futures of Nigeria are lying to waste. We are dying.
Are you aware of the student loans of government so far?
We are aware of the student loan, but what is the skill in everything you are doing in life? All the years, what happened to the student loan? Is it when the process?
Yeah, not 30 years. Let me move it higher a little bit. Let's give him 30 years. Let us give him 30 years. If you minus 30 years, if you minus 13 years from 30, you will be getting 17 years. And this boy can he tell us that he got married at age of 17 years? Can he tell us that he got married at age of 17? If he got married at age of 17 years, let us know. We are asking him question.
Bring that student loan. What's the durability of this student loan? How long will you stay? What's the durability of the loan? You are not kids.
Are you trying to assess it? Yes.
I'm a graduate.
Not for your kid, like you talked about your son who is a programmer.
My son is in GS3, entering SS1 now.
University.
Yes, but
his son is in GS3, entering SS1 now. GS3. And he said it's 13 years. Can we, or maybe the time again school in the olden days, you know, maybe I studied during the olden days. I don't know, but what I know is that when I entered I entered primary 1 at age of 5, from 5 to 6 years. That time I can I can cross or your hand. You are not up to the age to enter primary 1. So that was when I went to primary. I entered primary school, right? I was going to 6 years. Now, that time, if you study 6 years plus you're already 6 years of age before entering primary 1, that is 12 years. Okay, let us assume nowadays children are, so quick now. They study so early. Let's assume that the boy started at age of 4, entered into primary school at age of 4. 4 years plus 6 years. That is how many years? 10 years. And you don't, enter, secondary school immediately. Sometimes it takes 1 year, at least 1 year. And this boy said his son is going to SS1. I'm trying to get it right. I'm trying to get it right here. Something is not right. Something is wrong somewhere. How did you do all these things? A young man who I have managed to give 30 years. Which is not even up to 30, but I have managed to give him 30 years. Said he has a son of 13 years. And inside that 13 years, he said his son, that same 13-year-old boy, is now entering SS1, which is class 4. So how old was the son when he entered primary school and studied 6 good years in the primary school before entering, secondary school? Can he let us know? Because we do not understand. I personally do not understand how a child of 13 years is already on his way to SS1. Please, can somebody let me know? I'm trying to even, bring the age very, very low to even give him 4 years before, entering primary 1. Somebody should help me. How can a 13-year-old boy now entering SS1? So, I maybe, I don't know. I don't know. You people should help me because I don't understand this type of propaganda. But remember, there's a place they are going, not even here. There's a place where they are going. I'm just starting from beginning to analyze it. But let's continue.
I want you to go into programming full time. Education we run in Nigeria is a waste. We are learning what we cannot, outdated things that we cannot use in the future. I'd rather my son drop out of school and first coding and programming full time. So if the government can give me scholarship for him to study. I don't mind giving my son to Nigeria. He will better Nigeria as a programmer.
So this for me, if I hear you very well, this for me would settle on curriculum for school and education to make sure that brilliant students like your son, like you said,
can have scholarship to study. If Nigeria wants, Nigeria can employ them after that, but they will contribute to Nigeria. And see, most of the Yahoo boys, you see, they are very smart, but they are channeling it to the wrong way, to the wrong thing, because the enabling environment is not there.
Yeah, clear passion from that gentleman.
Now, say to go now. It is now time to analyze, to not just analyze, to devour them. We are going to devour them now. Listen and listen very good. The interview, the concocted interview, the programmed interview is gone, is done and dusted, right? Now, let us listen to these people in the studio. Let us pay attention to them, and then we continue from there.
Man, his name, Benjamin Chijioke.
The first one, he has reminded us that his name is Benjamin Chijioke. That is the first one in the studio. After the boy sang his name like music, like a song, during the interview, he sang it without anybody asking him, what is your name? How are you singing your name on interview without you know, the interviewer asking you what is your name? Now, as if that was not enough, these people in the studio has first of all reminded us his name. Now let's continue.
Let's just say accidentally, just caught up with our correspondent from that gentleman. His name, Benjamin Chijioke Ogo. Let's just say accidentally, just caught up with our correspondent who was trying to get the feelers of the people who are protesting.
Did you see that? Just accidentally caught up with our correspondent in the midst of the people who are protesting, right? Fine, caught up. We don't have to know. You don't need to tell us how he was caught up with your, you know, correspondent and all that, because they have been going about interviewing protesters. It is normal. I understand that. So don't worry. We don't want to know how he was caught up with your so-called, correspondent. So let's continue.
He rode his bicycle all the way from, I think, Mile 2 and came down to Ajah to be part of the protest.
From First Stack, let me help you. Stop pretending as if you don't know. All of on a plan. Forget he rode his bike from Cape Town, First Stack. Forget it. Yes, let's continue.
It's really now the fact that, look, he needs his son to have a better future than he did. And some good Nigerians saw it and they were like, okay, this
please, let me ask you, maybe for the last time, if you haven't done the needful, please kindly do the needful. Welcome others. We want to devour the criminals who claim to be Nigerian journalists. We have come here to expose them today. Listen.
This is a need that is very clear. Let's see what we can do. And they decided they want to raise funds for him. And they put out his account number. And they wanted to raise 1.8 to understand that money has now been raised for the gentleman so that his son, who intends to be a programmer. So you can see, yes, that's from Maurice Monye. Hello, guys. I've gotten his details. 1.8 is needed to make the dream, to make his dreams come true. And all of
I'll say to go now. We know our own exposition and analysis is always based on questions, right? It's always based on questions. We are not here to, to bash on people, to insult people, or to call people names. No. Our expositions are always based on questions. So we have a question. We have a question to this Channels Television and the Nigerian government that has pulled up this very, charade that they called interview or propaganda. Now, let us begin with this protester being caught up with the Channels Television's, correspondent, according to them, I'm analyzing based on what they said, not what I said, what they said. So according to them, they said that this, their correspondent caught up with the protester, unknowingly, just as other protesters, and interviewed him. Is it not after the interview, the guy went his way and joined other protesters? Isn't it? Please, any place I make a mistake, kindly correct me in the comment section. Kindly correct me in the comment section, because we are together in this. According to them, their correspondent caught up with the guy, just like every other protester, within that very area, and managed to interview him, which after the interview, this same protester went on to join other protesters in Ojota who are protesting all across Lagos State, or going about their business, protesting all across the streets of Lagos. Isn't it? And remember, the protesters are in thousands. This thing happened yesterday. It happened yesterday. And here they are. Somebody among them, among the Channels TV criminals, wrote on X. He said, "Hello guys, I've gotten his details. 1.8 million naira is needed to make his dreams come true. Bank name, Stalin Bank. Bank account, blah, 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 blah. Name, Ogun Benjamin Chijoke." My question, the first question I have is, how did you now get his details? A simple simple protester that was interviewed just like every other protester that has been interviewed since yesterday that they started this very end bad governance protest. How did you get his details? Is it not after the interview he left your correspondent and joined the protesters? How did you go and find him? Who called the... I don't understand. The question is too huge. I don't know where to start the question. So who did you call your, what do you call that? What do they call it? Did you call your correspondent on phone and tell him, go after that young man, I want to help him? Did you call your correspondent and told him yesterday, don't let that young man go, I want to help him? Did you call him? Did you? As a matter of fact, this very post was posted today on Channels Television, YouTube channel, meaning that nobody, this idiot that called himself Moye or whatever, had not even seen the video on a normal ground until today. So how did you now tweet yesterday, 18 hours ago, that you have seen the guy, you have gotten his details? How did you see him among the crowd of protesters? Maurice Monye, how did you see that young man after the interview? Maurice Monye and the entire Channels TV crew members, how did you see the young man after the interview that he must have joined the protest? I want people from Channels TV to come here. I want them to come here and answer me. How did you see him? Because I still have more questions to ask you. How did you see the young man? In fact, let's continue first. Let's continue.
1.8 is needed to make the dream, to make his dreams come true. And all of that was listed. And then eventually, money started trickling in from 500,000.
Let me take it back a little bit. I want us to see the hours. Look at it.
Eventually, money started trickling.
Look at here. 18 hours ago. 18 hours ago. Going to 24 hours, that makes one day. When did you see the boy? When did you when did you locate him again? Because it is after the interview. Listen, the problem I have there is this: they never know the boy before, according to what they claimed. They just bump into the guy or whatever. That is what they said, though. They don't know the boy from the onset. Now, after the interview, which is normal, that the guy must have left their correspondent in order to join the protest, right? In Ojota. So let's assume that somebody from somewhere, like the name they are mentioning here, Maurice Monye, who they claimed is not among the Channels TV, crew members or workers, now got interest to help the young man for the sake of his young child. So how did you now go back to begin to search this young man among the protesters yesterday for you to get him again and, collect his details, his account number and everything? And the 18 hours ago, the protest began yesterday, which is not even up to 18 hours. I want people to understand. Let us calculate. Hey, that movie Anna there maybe before Papa Jasko. Oju is here. Jigi Oju 18 hours ago, when Remember, this video was posted. Let me show you, because now like now go sige enough nanya. Listen to me. On Facebook, this video was posted many hours ago on Facebook, but on YouTube, from Channels Television, YouTube, we are going to come back here. We will come back here for sure. But let us first of all see how many hours ago or when this very video was posted. My people, can you see? Like propaganda. We do not do propaganda here. If you can see properly, this video was posted 4 to 5 hours ago. Look at it here. And it has 3,900 views 4 hours ago. Look at it. 4 good hours ago to 5 hours. If I refresh it right now, it might be 5 hours ago. Are you paying attention? So 4 hours ago minus the protest has not even lasted up to 24 hours. Now, if you minus 4 hours from 24 hours, that gives you 16 hours. So, how did you get 18 hours?
Our correspondent, Olu Phillips, had been on the streets all through.
How did you get 18 hours from the moment this interview was made? And you have already gathered 1.8 million naira. You have already gathered 1.8 million naira to better the life of this young man. That is my honest question. Very simple question. Can Channels Television, I will tell you the reason why I'm doing all this. The reason why I'm doing all this is because they were singing his name to let us know that he is an Igbo man. Because the Prime Minister of the Biafra Republic government in exile, Mazi Samuel Banjoko, has said that Igbos will not join the protest. Not Igbos, Biafrans. You know, when we say Biafrans, they see us, they try to shrink us, they try to minimize, they try to, bring us to the lowest of it all. They try to make it an Igbo affair. That is the reason why the late Buhari said, even though they allow us to go, we are going to be like a dot in a circle. because they want to make Biafra affair as an Igbo affair. That's the narrative they always push in the media. Are you paying attention? So now, how did you get 18 hours? 18 hours from a protest that has barely lasted for 24 hours, 20 hours. Now you get 18 hours minus 4 hours, of the video of the video posted. How have you managed to raise a 1.8 million naira? And this post was made 18 hours ago on X. Are you connecting the dots? Just to make caricature of the Prime Minister, the Biafra Republic government in exile, and Biafrans at large, that we are not participating. Now they brought an Afonja. They went to bring Afonja and gave him an Igbo name. They are singing his name like a song in the studio just to let us know that Igbos are protesting. Na lie, Oga. Na lie. Even the young man does not speak like an Igbo man. The young man does not speak like an Igbo, no matter how educated an Igbo man could be, no matter where you went to school. When you speak, we will know, an average Igbo man will know that this person is an Igbo man, even though you try to speak Fune. Even though you try to Fune, we will still know that this is an Igbo man. That is who we are. The same thing with Yoruba. When a Yoruba man speaks, irrespective of his educational background, you will still know that this is a Yoruba man. It is simple. When a Northerner speaks, you will know. So let's continue.
Eventually, money started trickling in from 500,000 to 1.2 to all of that, and we understand that bullseye 1.8.
We all know how difficult it is to raise money for somebody to help himself or to help somebody. So who is this man that posted his account? He is not the one that raised the money. If he's the one that raised the money, I can say, okay, fine, maybe he has the money and he decided to help the guy. But he posted his account within few hours. They have already raised 1.2 million naira to 1.8 million. I don't know if you're paying attention. And the country is boiling in a protest mood. Everybody is protesting. Both the old and young is protesting. And this young man just posted an account and boom, all of a sudden, within few minutes, they have raised 1.2 million. And this whole thing is happening just in a twinkling of an eye between yesterday and today, barely 24 hours. Zoological Republic. Oh, nothing say no. We all of us na mumuna. Oh, nothing say all of us na mumu. And it did not end there. Pay attention.
8 million naira.
Benjamin Chijoke may have rode his road. He rode the road to fame from Maltu to Ojota, and he rode into.
Did you hear they are singing his name again? Did you hear that?
Rode the road to fame
from that bullseye 1.8 million naira.
Benjamin Chijoke may have rode.
Another time. Benjamin Chijoke, that is the target. The target is to make the name sound to the ears of everybody. The target is not all these things they are showing you, all these things they are talking. No, the target, because that name is the only thing they have mentioned more than twice in this 6 minutes video. Within this 6 minutes video, that very word, that name, Chijoke, Benjamin Chijoke, is the only word that has been mentioned more than two or three times within the 6 minutes of this video. They want that name to sound to your hearing that yes, an Igbo man or Igbos are protesting with other Nigerians. I told you yesterday that I will be coming live, today. that I will be talking about the reason why the zoo government is not comfortable that those they call Southeasterners are not joining the protest, even though they are not comfortable with the protest. It is a misery. I will explain that to you in a jiffy.
He's rode the road to fame from Maltu to Ojota, and he rode into momentary divine intervention for his son. 1.8 million has been raised for him so far, and who knows, like other public-spirited Nigerians have come through for other Nigerians who have, somewhat expressed their need on social media. At this time on, the biggest television station in the country. There may be more that will be raised for Chijioke, Benjamin Chijioke.
Another time. Why are you singing his name like a song? The target, the sole reason for all this shenanigan you see that they claim to produce a video is to sound that name, to make that name sound very, very clear to the hearing of all people. But I want to tell them that we are here, and one tree does not make a forest. You did a propaganda video, brought an Afonja, and gave him a new name of Chijioke to let us know that Igbos are protesting. You are singing it, you are singing it, you are chorusing it. I want to ask, can you bring more Igbos? Can you bring more Igbos? Can you gather Igbos? Let us see you gather more Igbos and interview them. Ask their names one after the other. Let us tell us, I am Yokechukwu, I am Chinenye, I am Chukwuma, I am Chukwudi, I am Ikechukwu, I am Obinna, I am this and that. Nwachukwu. Gather them. More than 20, 50, 100 of them. Gather them. We want to see their faces. China's television, this your own tactics did not work because one tree does not make a forest. Gather more Igbos. We want to see them. Gather them. You have the capacity and the capability to do so. Gather them and interview them. Mad people everywhere.
Okay, and he has since done a video to show his gratitude as well. Perhaps if we have time, we can take that as well. But it shows that there's a lot of good from Nigerians, even amid difficulty, the Nigerians are experiencing. They have come through for one of their own. Yeah. And, we say thank you on behalf of Benjamin this morning.
This is a true Nigerian spirit, guys.
Mm-hmm. Did you see that? This is the 5th time this girl alone mentioned his name 3 times. This man mentioned his name, I think, twice, making it the 5th time. Then the young man himself mentioned his name once, making it 6th time. Now, let's finish it.
This is what Nigeria is.
No, this is the real Nigeria.
This is what Nigeria is, absolutely. It's charity. See, we see these things, and this is why we're bringing these stories to you, so you know that this is what Nigeria stands for. The green, the white, the green, this is what it means, really. Helping others, being good to others, sacrificing for others. And that's what a lot of people expect from government. But when they look and see that, no, that's not what we're seeing, they begin to say, well, this is not the true Nigerian spirit. So it's important for government, people who are influential, to maybe step.
Okay, you are talking about true Nigeria, right? You are talking about true Nigeria. Now, I want to show you, and this man who is talking about true Nigeria is also... is also a Yoruba man. So let me now show you the true Nigerian. I want to show you the true Nigerian. I also want to use this opportunity to announce to everybody listening to me right now that our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa Njoku, is coming live this very evening. Because today is the end of our 4-day sit at home, our 4-day lockdown. So the Prime Minister will be addressing Biafrans this very evening. I don't know the time because the time was not made available to the media, but I believe it has to be, as usual, 7 p.m. Biafran time. So let me show you the true Nigeria. I want to show you now. I want to show you the true Nigeria. Let me show you the true Nigeria. Where is that true? Where is the true Nigeria? I believe that Channels TV people are listening. I believe that they are here watching live and direct. I want to show you the true Nigeria. Pay attention, my people. Let me show you the true Nigeria. Because the idiot tried to fool some people. The idiot tried to fool some people. This is the true Nigeria. This is the true Nigeria. I want you to see the true Nigeria. Right now. Yes, I think I've seen it. I think I've seen it. This is it. Let me bring it to the screen. The true Nigerian. This Yoruba man from Channels TV. This is your true Nigeria. This thing has been trending for the past 1 week. I just said, I don't want to talk about it. I said, I do not want to talk about it. It has been there, trending for the past 1 week. Since 27th of July, 2024, this very article on your screen right now has been trending. For the past 1 week. And what did they say? I'm trying to see if I can make it, if I can zoom it. I can't zoom it. But let me read for you, my people. Lagosians and every Southwest stakeholders should prepare for the massive protest of Igbo must go. Hashtag Igbo must go on the 20th to 30th of August. They have 1 month from now to leave and relocate their business from all Southwest states. We urge all Yorubas living in the East to return home at Lagos Ibile. The account is Lagospedia. Lagospedia. When I searched this very account on X, unfortunately, I didn't see the account. Maybe they took the account down or something. I don't know. Lagosians and every Southwest stakeholder should prepare for massive protest of hashtag Igbo must go. Channels Television, this is your true Nigeria. This is your true Nigeria. And I love it. I love this so much. Listen, the only thing that gives me joy as I'm telling you, as I'm talking to you right now, the only thing that gives me joy is something that will put this, that will put the zoo, that will throw the zoo into confusion and make everywhere go ablaze. That's the only thing that gives me joy. Because you cannot have freedom in a very serene environment. It is not possible. It has never happened before. You obtain freedom in a hostile environment through hostility. If it's not hostility, forget it. There is nothing like breakup. There is absolutely nothing like freedom. No breakup, nothing. Just forget about it. In a serene atmosphere, everybody goes about their normal businesses, their legitimate businesses. It is like that. But when everywhere is under chaos, people start thinking of how to go their separate ways for peace to reign. That is how it works. My people, no be true at the talk. I don't know how to lie. I don't know how to lie. Everything I tell you is gospel. I don't know how to lie. Because I don't know how to fine-tune it. If I lie, you will know. You will know because of what? I don't know how to fine-tune it. Now, I want to bring something else to the screen, but before then, let me quickly share the link so that any of you who want to, make a contribution, remember where we started. We started with, of course, the politicians claiming responsibility for the Biafran people not joining the end bad governance protest in the zoo. Yes, the link is now in the comment section. If you want to make your contribution, if you want to say something about this very development, of course, you can click the link and join, and join me in this studio so that Biafrans can listen to you. The link is in the comment section for those of you that want to join. So, this is the Nigeria. The Channels television, crew members should take a look at this because I'm sure they are aware of it. This is the true Nigeria. Now, I want us to take a look at their, what do you call it? Their gallery. Let us see the Channels TV cats. Let us see what they have and what they have posted, for the past few days, or should I say, for the past few hours of this very protest, and why is this very one, on another level? Why is this very interview of this young man on another level? Why is it something else? Because of their propaganda.
Step down from the high horse. I said yesterday that if you're triggered by this end bad governance hashtag, then you need to have a rethink. So maybe you're contributing to end bad governance, because I think it's something that everybody should take on, to end bad governance.
Now, let us see. Let me take you to their, their platform. Let's go to their videos. My people, if you are watching this place is all about the protest. Report from Bauchi. This is all about the protest. You can see the interview is going on there. You can say, I want you to follow the mouse, right? Let me even check if it's clear. Yeah, it is clear. It is clear. So we are doing forensic. Which one? Which one am I going to use? So this one here is all about the protest. This one is all about the protest. This is the protest. 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 Everything they have been doing since yesterday is all about protest. 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 Wike talked about protest. 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 All of them are talking about protest. You can see this is it. This is Channels TV, gallery, if there's anything like that. Now you can see it's all about the protest. So why is this young man, why is this one a different case? Why is the case different? A very simple question. Why is the case different? Because if you listen to the interviews from others, you will hear one thing or the other. You will hear them saying different things based on how they feel about the government and all that. You will hear everybody speaking speaking out their mind, the genuine people who are on the street, without, programming or telling them what to say, you will hear them speaking out their minds. But why is this young man different? Why are they singing his name? Because of what? Let me show you what the Prime Minister said about that. The link is still in the comment section. If any of you want to join me in the studio to make a comment, 2 minutes, because I will be rounding up as soon as possible. You can, of course, click the link and join me to say something to Biafrans. Now, let me show you what the Prime Minister said concerning their propaganda. I want you to pay very, very good attention, my people. I want you to see. Just a moment. Yes, I think I'm there. Yeah. Owadiegu. I'm going to show you 3 different things said by the Prime Minister so that we can, round it up. All right. This is the first one. This is the first one here. He said, listen to a hired idiot calling his name when no one asked him. Did you see that? Calling his name when no one asked him. He said, you can see it. It's staged. It is staged. A hired Afonja idiot say he is Chijioke. That is the first one. A hired Afonja idiot said his name is Chijioke. Just to do what? To do caricature. It did not end here. He said, listen to the hired idiot calling his name when no one asked him. I want you to outline that. When nobody asked him, what is your name? The question was actually, are you joining the protest of, in fact, Oburu Ite. Oburu Ite, whereby Imafia. Now, let us see the second, comment from the Prime Minister. He said, did you see how they have made this hired idiot the center of gravity? Because they told the idiot to mention Igbo name. Did you see any other person in the so-called protest who said his name in Lagos? Nobody. It's the same thing we are talking about. Nobody, no single person mentioned his name. How can you mention your name? Who asked you, by the way? And it did not end there. Let me show you more. Who asked you? Now, this is the last one, which I'm going to show you. According to the Prime Minister, he said, mark my word, the next thing the Afonja media will do is to bring him to their studio to narrate how he was not hired just to prove Simon Ekpa wrong. Exactly. Exactly, my PM. And my mind did not even come here. My mind did not come here. They're going to do it. Even when they have read the tweet from the Prime Minister, they will still foolishly do it. This young man, because everything has been planned, this young man just follow the trend. They are going to bring this young man to their studio. I'm telling you, they will bring him to the studio. Now, he said, then you must ask them. So this is what protest is all about. 14 people died for this idiot to get 1.8 million naira for his child computer programming school, and his own protest ended. Chai, alo melo. I know that after this tweet, they carry video to follow him just to make sure they prove Simon Ekpa wrong. Oh, yeah. Zoological Republic. Zoological Republic. And on that note, we have come to the end of this very broadcast. There is something we are going to do together. I wanted to come live twice today because in the so I wanted to do something else, but I will postpone it because the Prime Minister will be coming live this very evening, probably at 7 p.m. So make sure that you tuned in. Make sure that your eyes are glued to the screen because very, very soon we will be coming back again when the Prime Minister hits the airwaves. So please, thank you for joining us this very afternoon. May God bless you. Biafrans have won the battle. Even though the battle is still raging, we are not going back. Why did I say so? It is now clear that we are not joining the zoo. We are not with the zoo. And of course, we are paying attention, and our loyalties are, of course, on the Biafra Republic government in exile. Everything they say, we, the Biafra people, follow because that is the only place our freedom and hope lies. Thank you, my people. God bless you for listening. May God bless every one of you doing everything genuinely and, trying your possible best to support this very liberation movement financially, spiritually, and otherwise. Thank you all. God bless you. Goodbye for now.